welcome to Vibrational Revelations. Before we begin, first of all, today is part 2 of the series of episodes, and thank you so much, by the way, of sending us your requests, your list. It has helped us tremendously to put these episodes together. In fact, today's episode, we have one of our members who I just wanted to make sure these are the right things that we're revealing today, and she's been really helpful with that. And we do have another member that is helping us. Actually, she created a whole list. She asked her father for the Islamic traditions, so we're looking forward to that as well. I did see a couple of you share some of the Buddhist traditions. It would be great if you guys can compile a list. We're not, for those episodes, we're not reading people, we're reading the traditions themselves, okay? And then the Hindu traditions. If you are a practicing Hindu, or perhaps you have family or friends who are, that would also be so beneficial, because navigating all of these traditions could be a challenge without having the insight. It is such a beautiful gift for us to be able to dive into all of them. And just remember that these revelations could be a little touchy, a little tricky. And for us, it's just to reveal the frequencies of what is. I do remember when we did the mantras. What was the mantra? Gayatri mantra, one of my favorites. The frequency of 1000. So I'm curious to see when we'll be able to see that kind of number again in the revelations. But that is just the beauty that comes through, right? All these ancient, beautiful traditions. So today's episode is on Jewish traditions. Let me read to you first a list of what we will be revealing to you today. So circumcision, which actually it's also in Islamic tradition as well, right? Bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, mikvah for men and mikvah for women, marriage, laws of kosher, death and mourning, Kaddish prayer, mezuzah, Shabbat, mitzvah, Made Ani prayer. All right. So let's first begin with, do you want to start perhaps first with circumcision, or do you want me to start with?
Well, start with
laws of kosher.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, okay.
Let's not break that tradition.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with laws of kosher, so I actually learned something interesting because of our member here, and I'll read this to you. So just a brief description of what this is. So it's also called the kashrut laws. They're dietary laws which come from the Torah. These laws discuss how to prepare food which is considered fit for the purpose of kosher, food which is not considered fit for the purpose, and foods which may not be consumed together. Now this other part, I always thought that it was related to dietary laws, and then one of our dear community members shared that actually there's something I didn't even know about, how there's laws that are forbidding the wearing a mixture of wool and linen. I had no idea about this, so this is another thing that's part of that as well. So it's a dress code and also laws forbidding mixing of wool and linen. Okay. So if you guys want to guess on the laws of kosher, the overall vibrational frequency.
You can find a lot of clothing with that mixture,
Really? Linen and wool?
Linen and wool.
I guess.
I've seen it on blazers.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
Linen, wool, and silk. But
Okay. So the laws of kosher. This is again combination of food and different dietary things. All right. The overall vibrational frequency is 400. Interesting, right? Impact on human perception, 250. So observation. I thought this is interesting, right? The law is 400, and then the perception 250 is to observe. Impact on human energy field, 500. And this was like a very interesting read for us. It just means that somehow, right, in these ancient traditions, they knew how to protect the energy field, right, or to expand the human energy field based on certain dietary things. You know, one of the things for me, from a health perspective, I've never ever mixed dairy with meat. I'm not a meat eater or dairy. I don't do dairy. But when I was younger, that was something that my body actually doesn't do well on both. Okay. Clarity of this law is 100%. Integrity of the laws of kosher is 100%. Integrity to self, 100%. Integrity to others is also 100%. Alignment with the law of one, 100%. Alignment with divine purpose, 100%. Alignment with its mission, 100%. And alignment with hermetic principles is also 100%. And I think we can actually, at the end, to see if actually Abby's here, if she'll be able to answer the question about the dressing or why the wool and the linen mixture is not a good idea, which I actually had no idea about. Mm-hmm. But it has to do with like positive and negative charge, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had no idea about frequencies back then, but they were establishing these laws based on frequencies, but not knowing that that's
interesting. Yeah,
by resonance.
Yes.
And the impact on human energy field, the 500 for the laws of kosher, that's just they figured out that that's what supports the flow and the energy field, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, somebody said also the animals are blessed. All right, next. Circumcision, right?
So circumcision is the next one, so please feel free to
guess.
Post your, what was it, intuitive insights?
Thank you,
Annie. Right?
Yes, please. Oh yeah, we decided to call it please post your intuitive insights. I like that.
Intuitive insights. Okay.
It's a tradition actually in both, right? We said in Judaism and Islam.
According to Jewish law, circumcision is the physical representation of the covenant between God and Abraham, described in the Old Testament, and is required for the inclusion of males in the Jewish faith. Jewish law requires that all baby boys be circumcised on the 8th day of life.
They've been guessing.
Yes.
This is fascinating stuff.
Okay. I find it. Circumcision. Overall frequency 100. Impact on human perception 50. You know, the 100 is the worry, fear, right? And the impact on human perception is well,
disconnection.
I guess one needs to disconnect emotionally in order to cope with that fear. Impact on human energy field 100.
And we included this new category for here because it's physical, it has to do with physical stuff too.
Impact on human body 100 as well. Clarity 85%. Alignment with the law of one 93%. Alignment with divine purpose 98%. Alignment with its mission 100%. In alignment with hermetic principles 95%.
So these are the parts I have questions. I don't know why, right? Why something like that is aligning at such frequency. So this is also an interesting thing, right? To think about. Maybe if we have people who are in following the traditions, they'll have more
They can
insights for
expand
us.
on it more, a little more. Yes.
Integrity. We're missing the integrity.
Well,
Why did we not do it? Oh, because it's a physical thing.
yes, it didn't really make much sense as of the integrity
I mean, we can check it for you
at
guys.
the moment.
Yes. So the next one is mitzvah.